Republican-run states like Florida and Texas have added more jobs than before the pandemic. Those states are seeing a much faster post-COVID economic recovery than states run by Democrats. That's according to a report in the Wall Street Journal. A Moody's survey shows large numbers of American workers and businesses are fleeing coastal blue states to the middle of the country, Florida and the Carolinas. Of course, we know the taxes are much lower in those places, but now we also know that there are more jobs there. Republican Congressman Matt Rosendale of Montana says he's not surprised.
We opened our state back up again. And not only did you see that our economy picked up faster, we also saw that the children were a lot healthier and a lot happier. And so that's something else that everybody has to take into consideration. A lot of those blue states, as you say, are going to be dealing with a lot of these other problems, not just with their economy, but with mental health issues because they did lock down their states. They're going to be dealing with that for quite some time.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is with me now. Great to see you in focus today. First of all, what's your reaction to people fleeing? I mean, I understand in California the governor's upset because they're running out of U-Hauls in that state because they're all going east.
No, I'm not surprised either. That Paxton's right. He hit it on the head. People are coming here because they're free. There are more opportunities. Taxes are lower. There's less regulations. It's all about freedom. It's all about opportunity. If you want to come to Texas, you want to come to Florida, you're going to have a chance to improve your life and your children's lives. In other states that put regulations and higher taxes and less freedom, they're going to lose jobs. It makes perfect sense.
Attorney General, there's no perfect place. We know that. When you look at it,
you haven't been to Texas yet.
I have 11 cousins in Texas. They all live in the Dallas metro. I love it there. But there is no perfect place. There are going to be people who come who may not agree with some of the politics in different places. That doesn't seem to be changing, though. I mean, people don't. I mean, they're moving, and the blue states aren't. I mean, the red states aren't getting purple.
No, and look, people are voting with their feet. There is no. We're not in heaven. So this is not. I'm not saying any place is perfect. What I'm saying is that there's more opportunity in states like Texas, and we've tried to create that. Our legislature's done it. Our governor's done it. Our lieutenant governor. People here want opportunity. They want opportunity for themselves. They want opportunity for their children. And we've created an environment. We're going to continue to create that environment. And COVID was the perfect example of that, along with all these other issues that we're talking about, taxes and regulations.
When you talk about children and their health, particularly, I think, Attorney General, when you say that, mental health, which is something we're struggling with in this country in a mighty way. So making an environment the way that you describe, of course, people are going to be attracted to that because we want our kids to thrive. Totally get it. Let's get to this. Florida First Lady Casey DeSantis went after a report from the Biden administration on education setbacks due to the pandemic. So she's focused on these kids, too. Here's what she wrote. The real reason for catastrophic learning loss, Democrat lockdowns. While other states were locking people down, in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis lifted people up. Kids were in school in person. This is exactly what you're talking about.
No, that is exactly what I'm talking about. And that's true across the country. States that opened their schools up and kept them open and brought kids back sooner are going to do well. I mean, the reality is these kids that have been out of school for years, I don't know how you catch up. And it's going to be a huge problem in those states that have shut their schools down.
And with the tax base, too, and the things that you can do and are doing in a place as big as Texas, to know how much people are paying in California and not necessarily realizing the bang for their buck. Your last quick thought on that, and we'll move.
Yeah, it all goes back to policy, and it's about good government. It's about taking care of your people. And that's why the U-Hauls are going in one direction, and I would expect that to continue. I don't think they're going to be able to stop it unless they understand that good policy ends up attracting good people.
All right, let's get to this. Several House Republicans now are backing the move by 6 Texas counties now, declaring the situation at our southern border with Mexico an invasion. Texas officials this week called on state leadership to officially declare the crisis an invasion, which some conservatives say they believe would give the state the authority to return illegal immigrants across the border. Let's watch this together.
Do I believe that the administration is undermining what the great people at DHS who are trying to do their job for political purposes? Hell yeah, I believe that. Texas has to step up because they won't, and that's the reality.
I would hope that the governor of Arizona and the legislature would make a formal declaration, and then they could put resources down there and start pushing people away.
They are behind your state, and they may do the same thing you do if you light the way.
Look, I'm all for it. I think we have an invasion. I think if you look up the definition of invasion, if you look up what's said about this in the Constitution, we have every right to declare an invasion. It's up to the Texas legislature, the Texas governor. I think he's looking at his options right now, and I think you'll see some good things coming from both our legislature and our governor.
Real quickly, the resources that this would attract.
Oh, there's no doubt. I think that people across the country understand we have to protect our borders. And I think that if we need help and we make the call for help, we'll get it. I mean, the reality is we're paying for a lot of this ourselves, and we're going to need the rest of the nation to help us and understand that this is an expensive proposition, but it's well worth investing in.
Attorney General Ken Paxton from the great state of Texas. I'm apparently not getting home enough. If you didn't know I was there, I make a lot of noise when I'm in Texas. Good to see you.
Come on home.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.